This is your handover video on the Sterling Continental 630. So we'll start off at the front where you have your Alco hitch, head and stabiliser. When entering the tow ball, the car, slot it in like so. Stabiliser locks it into place and you'll see the green pin show up like so. To release, lift up again, like so. Have a breakaway cable, jockey wheel handle, handbrake, 13 pin plug which does your exterior lights, and your ATC which is an additional extra. When connected to the car, it will go like so. It goes through its cycle, and obviously will either be flashing or solid green. And also 13 pin plug does the 12 volt to your fridge if your car is wired up correctly. Fitted to the van you have your bulkhead regulator, fitted gas bottle 6 kg and propane gas hose, and also another slot for a 6 kg gas bottle. Round the offside you have your Audi flue, sour point, inlet to the tank, inlet to the taps, pump goes into the aqua roll, slots out like so, trigger in, push in, locks it into place. Battery locker, have your 110 amp battery fitted, live and neutral battery connections, battery box and battery strap to keep it secure. As you go around the van you've got all your lights working, your 2 waste outlets like there, your toilet filler point where you fill up for the toilet flush, and your toilet cassette which you can empty by taking it and slotting back in like so. See? Sorry. High level side light, brake light, brakes indicator fog reverse. Your number plate lights at the bottom. Start light, side lights. Now inside the van. Inside the van above the door you have your main control panel. Obviously first of all you want to make sure that your shutdown button, which is located down here, is on. If it's not on you will get no 12 volt into the van at all, but obviously when you are using the van, turn it on. Obviously when you're not using the van, turn it off. It just turns off all power in the van completely. Here we have your charger and your hot water and heating on electric. So obviously to turn the charger on, that needs to be on, and hot water and heating on electric. Here you have your main RCD and 3 MCBs. When connected to main, just make sure that your RCD does trip correctly. Have your 12 volt fuses there, and obviously a little panel down here shows you what they are for and what they do. Once that's all on and that's all correct, you can turn the main power on up here. So you get your main button here like so. You have your awning light, internal lights and more internal lights as well. All of that working correctly. On the panel here you have your water pump as well underneath. So what you want to do is you want to go underneath this cover here and make sure that these both yellow switches are facing down in the horizontal position. Also fitted to the van you have a tank fitted, which obviously to supply the tank you have a separate inlet to feed the tank, which is above the one for the directly to the taps, and obviously you have one directly to the tank. Obviously here just shows you where that valve there, what one there needs to be facing, obviously to where it needs to run. So obviously run it from the internal needs to be facing down, external to the right, and obviously then to drain the system, which are these, needs to be facing the upright position. So when you're ready with that, you can press the pump button like so. That'll turn the pump on, and obviously then you can start to drain all the air out of the water system by doing it in the kitchen sink, tap, bathroom and the shower, like so. And obviously then one of the areas of the system, the pump will turn on and off as it should. Also on the panel you have different various settings, obviously internal battery voltage and that sort of thing, but obviously everything will be in the book pack, which is in the van. So left of that we have your Audi control panel. So let's turn it off to begin with. So you press the on button like so, it loads up, give it a second to load up. You have your internal temperature, mains icon, so obviously this screen here, that's what it needs to look like. Mains, and show that it's circulating around the van. Internal temperature, press menu, you can turn it to what temperature you like. Then you have your hot water, and obviously they call it a boost, but it's not. It is just focusing on heating that hot water up. If you've got it just on one, it will do the heating and the hot water. Obviously, even with it off, with the heating on, it automatically heats up the water. You can have a 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt, or 3 kilowatt, or gas, or both. You have various other settings as well, but obviously that will all be in the book pack. To turn off, just press like so. Then we have your Dometic fridge. You turn on like so, power button like so. You have your electric settings, so obviously one connected to 240 volt. Obviously the fridge will connect to that power source. Gas, it will start to tick like so. When it's lit, it will all stay solid. When it fails, it will look like so, with a little error here. It's failing now because we're not connected to a car, and obviously when connected to the car, it will only maintain the temperature already in the fridge. So it is recommended that you turn it on before you travel, on mains or gas, whichever. And obviously when you turn it on battery onto your car, it will just hold that temperature in the fridge. Across from me here, above the oven, you have your microwave, standard oven, different various settings on it, turn on, turn off, plate inside, same as your household microwave. Then we have your Thetford oven with an electrical hob which is turned on by here, like so. And then you have your 3 gas hobs, gas grill and gas oven. Very simple to use. Just pressing the button like so while pressing the igniter button, and same goes for the grill and the oven. As you can see, all the gas hobs on top work, grill and the oven. To turn off, just turn back in the centre position like so, and obviously wait for it to cool down for it to obviously to close it back up. Towards the back we have your Thetford flush, Thetford toilet with the Thetford flush, sorry. So obviously when ready to flush, press the button like so, that obviously pumps the fluid into the toilet to wash away all the stuff. And then down here you have your little, like so, which opens the flap and closes and empties into the aqua roll, into the toilet cassette, sorry. Also fitted to the van you have a sergeant alarm. You have 2 key fobs, you press 1 to arm, 2 to disarm. Once armed, your PIR down there will obviously take a few seconds to set, will sense any movement. Obviously once movement is detected, it will set off the alarm. You also have your winterization sheet, so basically just tells you how to correctly winterize your van, ready for the winter period. And your warranty cover, obviously what we include and what we don't. And obviously the winterization sheet is there as well to obviously show you how to correctly winterize the van, because any frost damage is not covered by our warranty. Now for the motor mover. On this caravan you have a power touch mover fitted. So first of all, what you want to do is turn your isolation key. Then you want to get your engagement bar. You want to engage it to the wheel, like so, by pushing the bar to the front and the back. Once it's engaged front and back, obviously it does both sides on both movers. And you take your handbrake off like so, get the handset, hold 2 little green buttons like so, and obviously then the van will go where the arrows are pointing. Obviously just a little demonstration of it working, like so. Then once finished, always apply the handbrake first, turn off the handset, turn off the isolation key, then disengage the mover from the wheel like so. Thank you.